party.
What is up, everybody? It's Michael here today with another video. The Tribal Chief of Chicago. Listen, I'm actually kind of bored, and I know the schedule is kind of released today, but I had a feeling that I was going to make this video. So I went over on this guy's channel, and he happens to talk a lot of shit about the Bears. Hold on, and I'm going to debunk everything that he said. And who is it that you're talking about, you might say? And he is known as another 49ers fan. And no, I'm not talking about that Guta person, because debunking him would be fucking too easy. I'm actually talking about his sugar daddy, a.k.a. spoon-fed Grant Cohn. Y'all know him. He's one of the biggest 49ers content creators out there. I mean, because of his father. I mean, if it weren't for his fucking father, you wouldn't even know who the fuck Grant Cohn is. And I know just because I said his name, all his fanboys are gonna come in my comment section and be like, "Oh, why are you talking about Grant Cohn? You're so wrong. You're just mad that we're going to blow you out week 1." It's simple why I do not like Grant Cohn. He has no life that he has to be on YouTube every day and make clickbait videos about trade for George Kittle, trade Jimmy, like basically any 49ers player you can think of, he wants to get rid of. So, but that's not about that. I went on, if you all haven't known by now, the Bears play the 49ers week 1 in Chicago. And he said, my God, the Bears stink. They didn't help Justin Fields. Their offensive line sucks. They didn't get new weapons for Justin Fields. Have you not been reading the news lately, Grant Cohn? I mean, you're full with Niners news, so I would understand that you have no idea what the fuck is going on over the Bears, because you're so busy promoting these useless sacks of shit to have a platform. Meanwhile, you have other people like CG Bully who deserve a bigger platform, who put the but that's not about that. He said that the Bears do not have an offensive line. Tevin Jenkins, who showed some promise last year. We also have Cody Whitehair, who's really good at the right guard. Lucas Patrick's at the center, who was really only allowed 1 sack and 1 penalty last year. And the right tackle and the right guard is not really much of an issue, because we just drafted a 5th round rookie out of South Carolina or North Carolina State. And he had a lineman rating of 95.8. And our right tackle was Larry Bourne, who looked pretty solid for us last year. And pretty much if our offensive line is at least top 10, you know David Montgomery is going to run over any defense he pleases. And this whole Justin Fields has no weapons. Darnell Mooney, who had over 1,000 yards this season. Brian Pringle, who was absolutely tremendous he was a good number 2 for Patrick Mahomes. 3, Veras Jones Jr., who is a great he's a great return receiver. He'll burn you. He has a great yards after catch than all the rookies that were before him. David Moore, who was great when he was during his years in Seattle, and Cole Kmet, who had his ups and downs, but he's still a solid tight end in my opinion. Listen, Grant Cohn, I know you don't know fucking football because your knowledge is fucking shit, bro. So, Grant Cohen, my advice to you is know your place before you talk shit about my team. And I respect a lot of 49ers fans. CG, John J, Gavin, y'all watching this. I'm sorry you have to deal with this clown, including I'm also including Rumble in this because he also has to deal with it. But Grant Cohen, if you're watching this, because I know you probably are one of your fanboys, know your shit before you talk about my team. Before I personally fly over to San Francisco and let's meet and set up a boxing match between me and you. I'm down for that. Anyways, I ain't got time for this shit, bro. And also, Grant Cohn, before you say the Bears are trash, you're just upset that we took two prospects in this year's draft class, Kyler Gordon and Jaquan Brisker. Two of the players that were projected to go to the Niners, but instead they fell to us instead. Shocker. So, Grant Cohen, get that shit out of your mind. You still have a top 10 defense, allegedly. So you got nothing to worry about. Why are you mad? You're just mad because we took away your two prospects that allegedly would love to put you on in your place, Grant Cohen. So, Grant Cohen, my advice, at least before you get on a camera and talk your shit, at least know what you're talking about. Because I know half the time you don't do shit, you just look for clickbait. And I guarantee you nobody would know who the fuck you are if it wasn't for your fucking father. Your father's a fucking shame of you, bro. So anyways, I'm done here. This been the Tribal Chief of Chicago. Grant Cohen's a fucking pussy. And